Hey guys, AngryJoe here, and I'm with Paul, the multiplayer producer at DICE for, of course, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Thank you so much for taking the time to squeeze me in here and talk a little bit about, you know, some of the improvements. Have you seen my review?
I do remember your review. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you know some of the things that I'm going to ask.
Yes.
First off, let me say I'm happy that you guys are bringing story mode, and you brought it in a really nice way.
In a big way.
Canonical, right?
Yeah.
Canonical Empire, right after the Emperor.
I mean, I'm a big Empire fan. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited. So
yeah, so I'm excited for that. There's some various multiplayer improvements I just got my hands on.
Good.
It feels good. It plays good. Sounds good. You guys have always kind of had that. The look, the graphics are down. It does feel improved. However, there's one I wanted to ask you as I was playing there. Squad play. In the previous Battlefront, we had sort of a little co-op buddy system.
Partner system.
How has that changed in this one? I saw sort of a four-man squad. How does that work in this game?
So right now, that's an ad hoc squad. Right now, internally, we call it spawn waves. So when you spawn in, you'll be able to spawn in with a few different people, randomly selected, but we'll offer you a benefit for sticking close to your squad. You earn more points. That way you can start earning battle points even faster.
Yeah.
So we're kind of softly encouraging team play.
Softly encouraging. So my question is, you know, you got that squad play that's supposed to complement the new class system, which the new class system does feel great.
Good.
I like that. I like the change in battle points from this power-up pickups.
I know.
Don't have to fight for people for those power-ups.
Now it's up to you doing it.
But that squad system, why didn't you guys go with a more hard squad system that actually encourage squad play? Because it seems like nobody's really cooperating. They're kind of running around doing their own thing.
I mean, I think early on...
Is that a specific mode, or is that how squads are going to be?
I mean, we'll continue to evolve that stuff. Like, this is just a small taste of what we'll have. We're going to continue to evolve things. We're taking feedback even now. Like, what can we tweak?
Yeah.
But this, we think that once people get their hands on it and they're able to play with it more, we'll probably organically see this a bit. But you know, a way to talk about hard squads, like similar to what Battlefield does, is we're a little bit of a different game, a little bit of a different audience.
So
that's
some people, are you guys like forced to have two separate? You can't do what Battlefield does.
Not necessarily.
Does that scare you? Or?
No, it doesn't scare us. I think it's just a design choice where we want to try to open up to more people. Some people always aren't hardcore shooters.
Yeah, it's a little friendlier. It forces people into the squads at first. It's just after that initial, it seems people go off in the directions. But keep an eye on that. But I did want to ask you about some of the customization. So previously in Star Wars Battlefront, you kind of unlocked different skins. It wasn't really that in depth. Can you talk a little bit about how you guys have improved that?
Yeah, this time around we'll have more weapons for you to unlock. You'll be able to customize those weapons and give you some little variants of your gunplay there. So adding some of the depth to the gunplay. That was something that fans wanted in the first game. We will have some of those customization, you know, artistic things as well. So, you know, we'll still have a little bit more customization there. You'll be able to customize characters and vehicles and heroes in terms of how do you modify your hero? How do you tweak him to be more your hero than just the stock hero himself?
You can customize vehicles? Like what kind of
not
things
artistically, maybe later, who knows, right?
Yeah.
But you know, it'll be depth in like how do you want to tweak the abilities that thing has? Do you want to amp up damage, or do you want to maybe be more defensive in nature? So we'll give you some play there.
Okay, and as far as these new star cards, is that right?
Yep,
the star card systems, is that sort of, how do you earn these star cards? Because in the build that I played, there were very few star cards except for the last two slots.
Sure, this is just a sample. Like we don't want to blow out everything just from the start. But we'll be able to, you know, people will be able to earn these through gameplay. You'll earn them in loot crates. You'll be able to keep getting stuff, keep earning them. Ideally, you're taking the cards, you're upgrading them. You're trying to figure out, do I want to go this path? Do I want to go this path?
I noticed the cards are different colors. Is that rarity?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now this leads me into another question. A praise and then a question, right? The praise is DLC, not gonna split the player base. It's free.
Yes.
We've got Captain Phasma, Finn coming, right? Those are free.
Hell yeah.
So I was so happy when you guys announced this. I was like, wow, that is generous. Are we finally past the age of, you know, season passes?
Yeah.
But, you know, I thought, okay, well, how exactly are they going to generate the revenue for the game? Obviously, you purchase the game up front. There's your revenue. But a lot of games nowadays have microtransactions. Are you guys going to be integrating that, and what kind of system are we
Sure. So I mentioned earlier the loot crates that we'll have. Again, purely earnable. Always, you can spend the 100% of your time just earning those things. But if you want to accelerate your time, and maybe you don't have as much time to play the game and grind through it, you can buy them to kind of shortcut that progression.
Is there any kind of leveling sort of restrictions as well? Like you can only have this when you get to a certain level, or because the concern would be sort of the pay to win and balance.
Sure.
Like you know, are there levels that unlock certain?
We're not going to go into too much depth about the progression system right now, but rest assured, we don't want to disrupt balance. That's not our goal. We don't want to make it pay to win. We know that that's what fans hate. That's a big learning that we've taken from a lot of other games, so we've kept that in mind.
Air combat.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I felt it could have been a little bit better last time around. Of course, I'm not the best pilot. I mean, I've got friends who really do enjoy that part of the game, but have you guys looked at that at all, made any improvements, tweaks to that system?
Absolutely. So the folks over at Criterion have done a great job with the handling of vehicles and air vehicles. So those guys have done a bunch of improvements. You may have seen you're now able to manually roll your ship. That was something a lot of people were asking for. Yeah. So there's definitely been improvements there, some small tweaks. Hopefully you'll be able to fly a little bit better. I'm doing a little bit better this time around, but I'm still getting used to manually rolling. Because again, like I said earlier, I'm not really great at it. So the last game was actually perfect for me. But I know people want more depth, so that's great.
And as far as the different classes, I've been having a lot of fun as the officer, just like ordering people around. It's my thing.
That's my favorite.
It's the Angry Army. Let's go.
Yes.
Are we able to sort of customize visually our classes, or is that just going to be abilities and different types of weapons and loadouts?
Mainly abilities right now. You know, we'll see when the game comes out how much more you'll be able to do with personalized customization. Some of the fun that we do have is that in the Star Wars universe, there's only so much customization, and we're a very authentic game. So we can only kind of go as far as we can there, but it's still, you know, working with Lucasfilm, we can push and pull in places, so, you know, we'll see.
So you're talking about Criterion working with you guys at DICE. What exactly is Criterion doing and what's DICE doing?
They're working on a lot of our space combat.
Okay.
So, you know, you've seen a lot of the, like I mentioned, the tweaks to the air
space
vehicles.
Combat is back, all right.
Exactly.
Are we going to have like two ships coming in against each other and sort of board
I think you'll hear more about that in the future. I don't have your answers right now.
Okay, all the different modes.
But you'll see soon.
And what about maps in terms of, you know, are we going to get a generous helping of maps, perhaps more, at least more than we got in Battlefield
I think
1?
you'll be happy with the stuff that we'll be able to show off later, the number of planets that we have and things. You'll be excited. You've seen some of them in the trailers, just a taste.
And this is a personal request of mine. It was an idea I had back in Battlefield 1. Guys, don't be scared at all to put in Jar Jar Binks. Darth Jar Jar, or trolling people with Jar Jar. You know how much fun that would be?
I gotta be honest with you.
There's some fans at DICE that
I'm one of them.
Yes.
I gotta be honest with you. I had a meeting with Lucasfilm. They told me that like maybe we can look into this thing, and I lost my mind. So like, you know, we'll see. You know, there's no promises, but at least knowing that it's on the table is something.
Right. So as far as is the Gungan army in the game, we haven't really seen that.
I don't think we're talking about that today. You know, maybe you saw some in Naboo.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I just got a bunch of tweets at me, and I've got to ask about it. The one last thing here, one of the Jedis are very scared of it. The droid Eka. I'm not seeing it, at least not in this build.
Yet.
Are there stuff we haven't seen yet in terms of the separatist, droids and things like that? Are we getting droid Eka?
We'll see. We'll see. Like right now, I don't have anything to say on that. I mean, as we unveil more things, you'll see some of the other special characters that we're throwing into the game across all three eras. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with some of the stuff that we throw in there. But
all right, I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully we'll see more of single player here today. And is single player going to be substantial? I mean, how long is the single player?
I can't comment on that.
God!
You can talk to the motive guys upstairs.
Okay.
Some more information for
all
you.
Right. And when is the game coming out? And obviously, what systems is it going to be for? Is there going to be that app as well?
There's going to be PC, Xbox One, and PS4, and it will be coming out on November 17th.
And was there any of that integration with the app from that? Battlefield 1 sort of had a little bit of the
Nothing
app.
to say right now. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys. All right, guys, I'm here with Dennis, the design director of the game. I forgot to ask one essential question, and I couldn't leave without asking, are we going to see a return of the Diorama Mode?
I'm just giving you shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're not going to see a diorama.
Yeah, okay, good. Put that time back into the game, into
Fully
other
agreed.
modes.
Fully agree.
But are you going to have, like, other modes that we haven't seen before to replace that diorama mode with, stuff that we haven't seen before?
You mean like things that you can...
Not necessarily meta, but like other modes that we haven't seen before. Or if there is something like that, are we going to see anything like that?
Yeah, but it's going to be tailored much more into gameplay.
Okay, good.
So like, one part of that will be, like, there's different rarity of star cards that you can collect. And some of them, like, if you collect an epic variation of like a star card for Darth Maul, then maybe we'll try to spice it up so like Darth Maul feels and sounds much cooler, like so it becomes bragging right, but also some gameplay benefits to it.
Sweet. Alright, so you heard it here. No more diorama mode. Sad to see that go.
I'm not.
Really sad. I know, right? Just fucking with you. Thank you for being so cool, man.
Thank you.
See y'all on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.